Ladies and gentlemen, your hosts, Lorelei and Space Deviant.
Stranger Things Season 2, while still watchable television, had a profound decline in storytelling quality.
Hold on a second. We need to talk.
Get away from me.
Okay, no.
Get away from me.
The characters, which were almost entirely grounded in Season 1.
You're grounded. You know what that means?
Began to do things that seemed inconsistent.
D'Artagnan. I'm gonna call you D'Artagnan.
But I think one single element added at the very start of the second season could very well have saved the entire series.
And that one element being
Catholicism.
Say Christ is Lord. Say Christ is Lord. Say it.
Hear me out. If Season 2 had immediately involved a religious element, not only would it have patched a majority of the plot holes that continued to arise, but it would have cured the self-worshipping nihilism that led to one of the worst finales in any TV series ever.
Maybe you just need Holly the Heroic.
Holly the Heroic?
Here is the power of Christian religious framing.
if the Upside Down is a rip in our dimension into a Cthulhu demonic hellscape.
Then you can go from gross, gooey vines and demigorgons,
The whirlwinds,
and then to mind flayers,
even Mr. What's-Its.
because demons. That's it.
The devil? Everything is the devil to you, mama!
Different demons who rolled differently.
And from that point on, I guess nothing needs to be explained with hard science.
Also, regardless of how much we like him, it's utterly inappropriate for a middle-aged man to be living alone in the woods with a young girl that he isn't related to.
How's that for compromise?
Compromise?
C-O-M, promise, compromise.
That entire Hopper problem could have been solved within that same religious framework.
9%, almost 1 of every 10 Hoosiers was Catholic.
With a religious element, Hopper could have reached out to a priest that he trusted. Make it some guy he'd known since he was in Boy Scouts or Vietnam.
Backdate trust with a little good writing.
Then 11 could end up at the same cabin in the woods, living with an old hermit nun who has superpowers of her own.
Sprinkle in some World War II lore about the Lebensborn Program.
Well, it was the most interesting project. Highest level of classification. All records have since been destroyed. And those who knew of it will deny knowledge of its existence.
Which ended up inspiring MK Ultra in real life. Hopper can still visit as much as possible, and we don't have any of the neglect issues.
It's me. I know that I've been gone too long, and I want you to know that it's not about you, and it's not about our fight.
And we have a Yoda and Luke set up.
Yoda. You seek Yoda.
You know him?
Where the nun can teach 11 that there is something greater than herself to surrender to.
What are you talking about? We're mutants. God gave up on us a long time ago. No, my friend. God does not give up on his children, human or mutant. He is there for us in our times of joy and to help us when we are in pain. If we let him. Don't give me that easy answer garbage. I've tried. Don't you think I want that?
Teach her the lessons of the countless saints and martyrs and miracle workers that came before her.
Teach her how to suffer well.
Then I heard the voice of the Lord saying, "Whom shall I send? And who will go for us?" And I said, here am I. Send me.
Send me.
Book of Isaiah, chapter 6. Yeah.
Teach her how to suffer well. 11 suffered under the Duffer Brothers' writing, but she never learned to suffer with dignity. Instead, colleagues.
Men you killed. Did they deserve it? They hurt me. And they still want to hurt you. Hurt us. We're just making the first move.
The self-appointed destroyer teaches 11 the lesson that power is gained from focusing on dark, painful memories.
Really?
My superpowered old Polish nun could have had a top-tier end protecting 11 from a horde of devilish demi-dogs. Whew. Get the shivers just thinking about it. But because of this lack of moral instruction for our little leading lady...
You kill them? They're criminals. We simply make them pay for their crimes. Boom.
Damn, Shirley, what's the matter? You look like you've seen a ghost.
And all be fighters, I guess. I'm a fighter. I've killed.
Quit killing people, that's high profile.
Oh, lighten up!
11 was evil.
I'm the monster.
I stopped liking 11 when she knocked Max off her skateboard in season 2. Now, if we'd had a confession moment...
Or just someone to give her a version of the "with great power comes great responsibility" speech.
What was I supposed to do, run away?
No, you're not supposed to run away, but... Pete, look, you're changing. I know. I went through exactly the same thing at your age.
No, not exactly.
Peter, these are the years when a man changes into the man he's going to become the rest of his life. Just be careful who you change into. This guy, Flash Thompson, he probably deserved what happened. But just because you can beat him up doesn't give you the right to. Remember, with great power comes great responsibility.
Perhaps we could have avoided the incident at the skating rink?
Angela!
Holy shit! Angela, you okay? Angela.
After that horrifying moment, I felt 11's character had become utterly irredeemable.
Consequences, schmonsequence.
Never again did I find myself truly rooting for her to win.
She could have been so much more than what the Duffers turned her into.
A selfish, sociopathic little sorceress.
About us. Do you remember us, Ray?
Please.
You hurt Mama. Not too quick. He wasn't so generous with your mother.
You ladies done meditating? And Santa's sleigh is ready to fly.
This is my biggest problem with Stranger Things, is the entire show is about self-worship. Worshipping the self. Even the very last episodes, little Holly having that little toy necklace that, like, Holly the Heroic.
Mike the Brave. He goes on these adventures called dungeon crawls.
What's a dungeon crawl?
Basically, he explores these underground worlds where he fights monsters and evil wizards and sorcerers and stuff. But Mike the Brave is never scared. So, whenever I'm feeling frightened or nervous, I just imagine that he's at my side.
Self-worship. It's not going to save you. You've got to surrender to something more powerful than yourself.
Oh, Bartleby. Was Wisconsin really that bad?
And even 11 is less powerful than the Lord. It was aching. It was aching for a Christ story.
I don't get you. Here, I've marked a few passages you may find rewarding. Remember, Herr Logan, different eyes.
I will give thanks to you, O Lord, for though you were angry with me, your anger turned away and you comforted me. I will trust and will not be afraid.
It was so
11
easy.
was the Christ.
No, she wasn't,
the
because she
story.
wasn't good.
Or Will, actually, I guess, in the end.
But he wasn't good. He was weak, and she was evil.
Well, from the power perspective. Not so much from, necessarily.
Yes, either one of them could have gone through the
Redemption.
Christ sacrificial redemption arc.
That was basically what they tried to do.
But you can't do that without morality. They tried to do it sans morality, and you got to flop. Because people know it's evil to focus on the abuse you suffered, and that's where you'll get your power from. That's literally what Kali ate. Kali, the Hindu goddess of destruction.
Kalima, शक्ति दे, बलि चढ़ाओ तेरे आगे, स्वीकार करो।
Is teaching her basically talk therapy to focus on the hurt that was done to her.
Whose special power is illusion and lies.
Yes.
This butterfly, it isn't real. I've just convinced your mind it is.
Her special power is illusion and lies. Yup. This is her Yoda moment. This is her going to the mountain moment. Is learning from Kali, the goddess of lies and illusion, to focus on your pain, on yourself. And in the end, her breakthrough is that she focuses on a happy memory? It's still self-worship.
Am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong.
Am I wrong?
You're not wrong, Walter. You're just an asshole.
Okay, then.
They're working so hard to keep Jesus out of it. They're working so hard, and it would have been a better story.
I think they worked to keep all religion out of it. They could have put in some Cthulhu stuff, and that would have been awesome. This seems like some Cthulhu shit. They didn't really go into it, or there was no real lore. They could have strengthened it by having, I'm not saying it should have necessarily been Catholic, but yeah, having some back lore. It's like the gnomes and the elves, and like having a back lore to the things that...
I thought, again, until they refused to actually shit or get off the pot. And they made it, like a magic rock in a box? That the kid touches in a cave? Okay, you're working so hard to not give me a real story. It's not hard for it to be two powerful psychics battling because they were MK Ultra'd in their mama's bellies, and they ripped a hole in space-time, and now Cthulhu demons are trying to take over our universe. I'm with you, buddy. I'll be there with bells on. Okay. You set up an awesome world. We need a hero now.
11 is the one who created the whole thing.
She's evil. She's the Antichrist. So we have to redeem her. Again, this is where it comes back to my Polish nun. Oh, my Polish nun from the Lebensborn Program who needed to be in this show. Even if you'd only given her an episode, but good Lord, she could have saved 3 seasons of it. Had the best death, however you want to do it. And this also If you'd have brought in Catholicism, then you could have Mrs. Wheeler or an old lady with some holy water or salt or a rosary keep away a demon dog. And then you can have it be multi-tiered. You could have it wipe out a whole flock of Russians and then not hurt a little girl because she's in a church. With my nun, you get rid of the Hopper problem. Season 2, Hopper was a bad father.
Friends don't lie. Isn't that your bullshit saying? Hey, don't walk away from me!
He was neglectful. He was abusive. He was a bully. I really don't think he would have acted like that. I thought that was where, to me, his character...
Which is what he grew up with, which is...
No, I don't think so, because when we saw the flashbacks with his little girl, he wasn't like that. They very much feels like changed him because they wanted more of that shitty conflict you're talking about.
She got cancer and he, turned into a piece of shit after that.
He would have still been sad. He was sad season 1. They only know how to write bickering. There was no adults. Anytime they wanted to show conflict, it was petty bickering, whether it was the children or the adults.
Yeah, I agree.
And I got so tired of seeing the same, words come out of different characters' mouths with the same dismissive tone.
There was no depth.
Yeah, no seriousness.
To pretty much every conversation and it was just very surface level.
And it wasn't getting
There's
to anything
no mystery
deeper.
there was, exactly. They just, when they dropped it, it was like all of a sudden, boom, this is the way it is. Next.
You had that wonderful relationship with Dustin and Steve.
Hey. What? Come on. What? You look great, okay? You look great, okay? Now you're gonna go in there.
Yeah.
You look like $1 million.
Yeah.
And you're gonna slam down.
Like a lion.
Don't do that, okay?
Okay.
Good luck.
And then in season 5, they just destroyed both of their characters entirely by that point, just to make them.
You know what, man? I'm done. I'm done.
All right, yeah, just go and crawl back to Nance. You dumb, fake asshole.
Mm-hmm.
Bicker? Even though Dustin at that point would have so much respect for Steve, Steve could tell him to jump off a bridge. And Dustin would be like, which side?
Told me you were a badass. Insisted on the matter, in fact.
Wait, Henderson said that?
Oh, yeah, shit. Kid worships you, dude. Like, you have no idea. It's kind of annoying, to be honest. I don't even know why I care what that little shrimp thinks, but, guess I got a little jealous, Steve.
And the thing is they never actually did the thing which guys do, which is you fight and then you end up, you get over it and you become friends. That's it.
But it feels like it was written by a woman. Because if you look at all the conflict.
It was very feminine, female conflict. That Catholicism. No.
So you have a woman who escaped the Nazi camps, who was a super soldier.
There's already a show about that, though.
Don't care. I want it in this show. I want an old version training 11 because you needed someone with equal or more power than her to show her. It's the Superman thing.
I get what you're saying. Yeah.
And because she'd been raised in a lab and didn't have that, Superman was raised by good Kansas Methodists.
And there's one thing I do know, son, and that is you are here for a reason. I don't know whose reason, whatever the reason is, maybe it's because, I don't know, but I do know one thing, it's not to score touchdowns.
They taught him right from wrong when he was little. 11 was raised by a psycho pervert scientist in a lab. So she has to be taught morals. She has to be taught how to suffer well. And what better than a Polish nun who'd been tortured by Nazis as a child?
She has to learn to suffer well.
She has learned to suffer well.
She has to. That's a Catholic view. Yeah.
Humans have besmirched everything he's bestowed upon them. They were given paradise, they threw it away. They were given this planet, they destroyed it. They were favored best among all his endeavors, and some of them don't even believe he exists.
Yeah, that's life. Absolutely. You not just suffering, life is suffering. That's a shitty Eastern way of looking at it. You gotta suffer well. You gotta represent Christ. You have to be Christ-like in your suffering, or else the suffering's for naught. And everything she went through with the suffer bros, everything they put 11 through, if it had all been framed by her suffering, is in sacrifice for this.
They had him, Hopper, trying to teach her morals, but he's already either broken or to the point.
You would have had to make him moral.
Yeah, he's already to the point of he's thrown away all morals in regard for.
They changed him fundamentally from season 1 to season 2. I feel they made him much more of an angry loose cannon.
Well, in the first season, he just mostly didn't care, other than he started to have to care because of all the stuff that was going down.
You gotta give me your word. Nobody's ever gonna find out about this. And those other 3 kids, those boys, you're gonna leave them alone. And I'll tell you. Tell you where your little science experiment is.
11 never finds out he's the one that told the government she was at the school. We never address that. His betrayal.
I don't understand.
We came to an agreement.
What?
Look, everything that's happened here and everything that's gonna happen, we don't talk about. You want Will back? This place had nothing to do with it.
I feel that should have been addressed. We can explain it. He went to high school with Joyce. He knows Will.
Write that off on shitty writing.
It absolutely is shitty writing. But that's what I'm pointing out, is the fact that because they are immoral, or because they work so hard to keep any semblance of good morals and good morality out of their story, they ended up writing a shit story. Because all good tales are morality tales in the end. It's all trying to teach you how to be a better person. And the Duffer Bros don't care about me being a better person or about you being a better person, because they didn't care about 11 being a better person. Because when she threw Max off that skateboard, at that moment, you've used your powers for bad. There had to be repercussions.
When she ended up losing her power, well, that was because she overused her powers, right? So she overused her powers,
No, but she
and then she
somehow
lost her
blocked
powers, and
herself.
locked herself, and she had to.
They didn't explain that. And her going back and getting abused by the doctor somehow brought her powers back. That's when they really went off the deep end. But we'll get to that.
Good morning, children.
Good morning, Papa.
How are we feeling today?
Good, Papa.
I'm trying to save season 2, because season 2 was like a 6. Season 1 was like a 9.
Right.
I would rewatch season 1 right now. Again, other than Joyce and Jonathan's unresolved horrible relationship, which again you could have done fine if you'd have killed him in season 3.
And the constant nosebleed stuff was just unnecessary. But
if the nosebleed had meant she's losing brain cells, like she's not going to be okay. Like she was talking good, and then she's like, "No, friend, hard." You know, it's like, oh.
But that's what they tried to do.
But they didn't.
On the next, whenever she did it real hard, went hard, closed the portal, then she lost her powers for a short period.
She lost her power. She didn't lose her mind. She didn't lose her ability to wipe her own ass.
I want my own ass.
Me too.
I'm saying though, they tried to make it like they tried to equate it to a cost, but there really wasn't.
How does getting a nosebleed does not equal losing your powers? If it's an equal like nosebleed to mini stroke ratio, I'm here for it. You were giving a teenager mini strokes, okay?
I'll make that deal. How about you, you bitch? You make that deal?
I'd make that deal.
I don't blame you. Damn good deal.
Okay, I'm still bought in. But you made it mean nothing. Again, her losing her powers. But that was just a trope so she could go back and be abused by the doctor again. There was no reason for that. And her she was just summoning memories of the most horrible shit to happen to her. Again, all of this self-worship, and worshiping trauma. Season 1, we can have it be demons and government. Bet.
It could be any. I mean, you just look at like, for instance, you go back to what was it? The Wandering Monk. You go back to some of the old.
You wanna work so damn hard to write me a Karate Kid, then you can do that, and I'll learn some Buddha shit. I did, and I love that shit. Mr. Miyagi in the 80s. You act like you and I didn't watch that movie 10,000 times. You know we did.
Wax on, wax off.
Okay, but Hawkins, Indiana, in 1983 was 80% Christian, and again, 9% Catholic. That means out of 10 people, most likely almost 1 out of 10 were Catholic.
And a reason why they stay away from religion altogether is because then that causes friction. It causes friction, and then you get kickback, just like how we say season 2, season 3, they started bringing in other people because they got a bunch of crap because of this and that. If they would have had religion, they would think how much crap they would have got from that.
But you would have written a good story.
You know what I think they should have did? Just kept it going with that whole D&D thing. And they should have just brought in the D&D gods, even though they weren't like really, but they could have faux played it off.
There's no Christ figure. There's a paladin.
Exactly.
There's literally a paladin.
Paladin, yeah.
Just like Jesus with armor.
But again, they don't reference any of that stuff.
Because they don't. Remember? Don't you remember? Don't you remember?
Yeah, they realized member berries was the
That's
majority.
all they could do. Yeah. They had one good season of television, and the next season, again, I didn't hate the doctor from Mad About You.
Problems and a few deaths were involved.
All right, cowboy. Good news. We're giving you the green light. How you feeling?
Never better.
It was supposed to be the good one.
Wait a second, Chief.
What?
Take this.
What are you doing?
Any more surprises, I'll let you know. Go.
He's a good actor. And I didn't mind the back and forth.
Oh, yeah. I've been meaning to tell you. This is 11. 11, Doc Owens, 11. She's been staying with me for about a year, and she's about to save our asses. Maybe when this is all said and done, maybe you could help her out too, you know? Maybe you could help her lead like a normal life. One where she's not poked and prodded and treated like some kind of lab rat, you know? I don't know. It's just a thought. Yeah.
But we still would have needed my Polish nun. Okay? We need an actual good...
I still don't know why I'm here. Couldn't you just make them say yes?
Yes, I could, but it's not my way. And I would expect you, of all people, would understand my feelings about the misuse of power.
We need a priest. Hopper's buddy from Vietnam. He could have been a guy that...
Let me see. It looks much worse than it is. The girls will still won't kiss you. Sarge, you okay here for a while?
Yeah, fine. Get out of here.
I'm coming back. You ready? Let's go. You and me, come on.
There's lots of stories about heroic men of the cloth during war.
You're like gum on a shoe, ain't you?
Give me this.
It's a bit late for target practice now, don't you think?
Jump on it.
You're kidding.
I'm gonna drag you.
Let's do it!
Ready?
Yeah, let's go.
You could have easily had Hopper's Vietnam buddy, who he trusted with his life, find a spot for 11. This is where he finds his magical nun that he heard of. And he maybe even gets her transferred here specifically, whatever, to take care of 11. Because 11's violent and dangerous, and they never bring that up.
I can be your mommy.
So you love me?
I do.
And you'll always take care of me?
Always.
I can't breathe.
It's okay. We'll take care of her.
She could have killed Hopper so many times.
What the hell is wrong with you?
Ah! Hey! 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 Hey!
It's like that episode of Twilight Zone where the little evil kid has all the powers and puts everybody in cornfield.
Yeah.
Bad man. You're a very bad man. And you keep thinking bad thoughts about me.
Wish it into the cornfield. Please, son, wish it into the cornfield, please.
He was a bad man, so I turned him into a jack-in-the-box. A jack-in-the-box that still had his bad face.
That's 11.
Mm-hmm.
11 was that, and there was never anyone that taught her morals. So, from pulling Max's skateboard to bashing a girl with a skate, like manually, she didn't even use her powers for that, manually bashing a girl's face in because she's bullying her, and then snapping the necks of random servicemen because she missed her lightning jump.
God.
Sorry.
In season 5, just a murderer.
Weren't they shooting at her?
Not yet. And again, they're just doing their job. They're servicemen.
I know God has a plan for me. I just hope it's to help protect orphans, not make any.
They're Americans. 11 was evil and was never redeemed and never given a path to redemption. Her sister was Kali, the little goddess of destruction, illusion, and lies.
What about us? Do you remember us, Ray?
Say she was chaotic good.
She wasn't good. She was chaotic selfish.
Oh, she mostly tried to help her
No,
friends.
she's neutral. She was about 11. She loved her little Mike and her people. If you weren't one of her people, she didn't give two shits about you. She wasn't good. She wasn't Christ-like.
Jane, get in.
Stay in graveyard.
It's a trap! It's a trap!
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but I have to go back. My friends are in danger.
Entirely
Called
selfish
chaotic
creature.
good. When
It's
you
not
mostly do the right thing.
No, she does the thing that's good for her. That's neutral. She's chaotic neutral. She was 4'11". She killed whoever she
Oh,
needed
if she would
to
have been
kill.
chaotic neutral, she would have just left and not actually helped anybody.
She didn't. She helped who she wanted to help because she liked them. She had a crush on Mike. Mike was her boyfriend, so she helped Mike.
She did help, in the end, stop the planet and everything from getting destroyed. But
because it was saving Mike. She knew she could never be with Mike. If she thought she could snatch Mike on the other side and keep him with her, she would have done it. She's an entirely selfish little creature. There was no good about her. She was evil. And they happened to try to, make her the heroine of a show 3 seasons after she'd went to the dark side.
And not just the men, but the women. And the children, too.
Again, I'm okay with her being redeemed. You know I wanted her to be redeemed. Give me that Lebensborn nun. Oh, do you know how good that would have been? A Yoda fight? She goes to throw something at Hopper or sling something at the priest, and that's when we find out the nun has powers because the nun just stops it midair. End of episode. And so then you can have your psychotic little child have tantrums if you have an adult that's capable of containing the tantrums. Because as it stands, no adult in her life could have survived her tantrums.
It's very rude, to read my thoughts or Mr. Lynch's without our permission.
Did you think you were the only one of your kind, young lady?
We're mutants, Jean. We are like you.
Really? I doubt that.
Oh, Charles. I like this man. You have more power than you can imagine, Jean. The question is, will you control that power?
But it was more important to try to make her as the Christ character by making her the only, at least at first, to be the only one who had powers. Now by
Holly, they got away.
Again,
Can't have an immoral Christ.
Later that changed.
She's an antichrist.
Here he goes.
You make the Lord very nervous.
She is an antichrist. She's not Christ-like. She's selfish. So yes, they made 11 successfully an antichrist, which
really
is what
Will.
they wanted.
And then really Will was.
Well,
Yeah,
Will was
Will
also an antichrist. And I would argue, again, I will during the Schizo episode, that Will and 11 are the same thing. Project Monarch. But that's a different episode. Split personalities. He's also Mr. What's-It. But we're getting real weird. I'm going to go real deep on that one.
Out. Take a look at this. Jesus Christ, that right there is the mail. Now let's talk about the mail. Can we talk about the mail, please, Mac? I'm dying to talk about the mail with you all day, okay?
America built to last. That's right. No, that's right. They'll be flying that flag all night. Red, white, and blue.
Thank you for joining us here today. We really do appreciate your time. I'm Lorelei, and this is
Space Deviant.
And together, we are Southern Fried Cinema Siblings. And remember, the most important story is the story you tell yourself, so
make it a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. You're still here, are you? Well, why don't you make yourself useful? Click the share button. Click the subscribe button. May as well go ahead and click for the next episode, too.